To Be Hero is way better than it looks, man. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I can take detracts from the show is the fact that it uses Pixar-esque CGI for some of the scenes.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
But aside from that, the plot is hilarious. And the way they handle it and the characters is fire, man. Some of you guys are going to be turned off by the fact that it's dubbed to start with, but the superhero setting with how the superheroes gain powers based off of how trusted they are in life and society kind of emulates real life with how people tend to clout chase. But at the same time, I've never seen Duke Dennis get real superpowers from doing what he does. Let's talk about it, bro.
To Be Hero X, huh?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some spoilers. Because this first episode was crazy. Best one so far this season.
Let's start off with this man got fired in the first 5 minutes of the episode.
Hey, bro. Diabolical, man. His boss didn't have to set him up like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, mind you, right? His boss tells him you're average. Like, there's nothing special about you. You don't have what it takes to be a hero. But this guy wrote the ads for, like, all the heroes. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 of them. He wrote, like, all of their ads. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if he was that good at it, obviously this man was talented.
True.
You know what I mean? Because he essentially was running their whole brand. But his boss was just ripping into him. Just because he had one mediocre idea, bro.
And I bet you that idea would have actually been fired.
Low key, though, based on what we find out at the end, that idea is what got his boss bankrupt. So his boss was right, but it's still crazy.
But why did he go through with it though? If he fired him?
No, remember our homie sent it to the homegirl in charge of the superheroes before the boss could shut down the idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why he got cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He still showed up, then he was not playing no games.
Bro, but the way after he got set up with that, right? He gets fired, he's walking off, and he's low-key just like having a real life crisis right there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's standing at the edge of this building, and he's looking at the superheroes like recite the lines that he wrote, and it's just pissing him off.
Right.
And then right behind him, the hero himself just floats down. And at this point, I'm like, yo, this dude got aura. What is going on?
He was floating.
Bro.
He was floating. White hair dude giving Gojo vibes and everything, man.
I thought he was about to, like, Omni-Man him right there. Like, why are you talking crap about me? Because he was, he was just talking hella crazy.
And then he flips off the screen, right?
Bro.
He shows up right after he flips off the screen with the same dude on the screen.
Dog, I thought I was watching Omni-Man in his prime right there because he would have not let that slide.
Nah, yeah, he would have pulled up with some
fashion. But what happened next is even crazier. Because homie just walks up next to him.
At first, I thought he was walking on air, originally.
Because he pulled it down. I understand why he thought that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he looks at homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I heard that, but later, it dies.
Yeah. And it reminds me, have you seen the other guys before?
No, I haven't.
You need to watch that. It's like, you don't even need to watch the whole thing. You just need to watch the beginning of it. It shows The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
And they jump off the cliff together. And they're like the best, like, cops in the world. And they still just sacrifice themselves, even though, because they didn't want to be there.
Dog. And I think what's crazy about that scene, yeah, I do need to watch that. That's crazy. But like, what's crazy about that scene in this episode, though, is that homie literally, like, he has the power to fly. The fact that he chose to unalive himself by walking off a building is just insane.
Yeah, there's something that's going on that we don't know, because from what we were seeing, it looks like he has the perfect life from what it looks like.
Bro.
So,
and that leads on to the next part, right? Because, like I said, that leaves you with a big question as the audience. You're just like, isn't this like the perfect human? You know what I'm saying? Like Adam Warlock right here. and homie just is like, you're like, what made him this bad? what could have possibly made him do what he just did? And so his manager comes running up behind him with the goons. You know what I'm saying? See, word goons don't even mean what it used to mean anymore. I don't even know what to say. For his per people. And they just like straight up kidnapped him because he just witnessed like the death of like, I don't know, like a high profile celebrity.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand where they're coming from. They could assume that like he pushed him off or something.
Well,
Yeah,
they knew he had pushed him off.
I guess you got a point. That's what I assumed at first when I saw it.
No, I feel that. But I think they low-key just got him initially because they didn't want him to leak the information.
That does.
Because he was the only one who
Yeah.
low-key really witnessed what just happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they take him to some like underground warehouse type spot. You know what I'm saying? Looked like they were low-key ready to get rid of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the way that looked.
trying to run away. I'm gonna hit him with that water bucket.
Boy, she was accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he tried to leak that joint over the phone.
He did.
It was violent. I'm like, this is not where I start speaking up. I'm staying real quiet until they let me out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. But the paint hit him in the head. and they saw
That's
it,
what saved his life.
And they said, "Hey, you kind of look like him."
That saved his broke man's life because they low-key immediately used him as a body swap, bro.
Mhm.
And the most messed up part is they said he was deceased.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Dog.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That was pretty messed up.
But like from then on, the way this power system works in this world is crazy. Because low key, just from acting like him, like on social media and like in like press conferences and stuff, and doing like his routine, he low key got his powers. Is that what I just saw?
I think it's the suit, man.
But it wasn't just that; his eye color changed.
It's the suit. I don't care what nobody says. Man picked up a weight too.
Bro.
I saw that. He was working out a little
Bro
bit.
just put up 225.
You don't just pick
nowhere.
up a random routine and your eyes just change, bro. It's the suit. Quit playing with me, man.
They done hit this man with something,
Come
bro.
on.
But like, yeah, it was just definitely strange. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's either the suit, like you're saying, or it's a combination of that and the fact that people believe he is nice.
Yeah, but that's what the suit does, because once you gain trust, you get like more
More powers.
and stuff.
You're
So,
right. That might be the case, man.
That's what I think.
That, I don't know. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy though. Like, I feel like that was just kind of insane to see that transition because I feel like the way they did it was fast, but it got the point across really quick because immediately afterwards, Loki had to show us up, man. Because
He, in fact, did lock in.
this guy, honestly, I don't even know his real name, bro. But we're just gonna call him Nice because that's the person whose persona he adopted.
Mm-hmm.
That boy is low-key a loser.
Oh, no, he a major gooner, bro. Like, let's be honest
Oh
here.
my
The fact that
goodness,
he knows
boy.
everything about Nice and Homegirl to a science.
Dog.
Because he just watches them on YouTube every day.
He's writing your lives too, though. So Loki, he really do know them.
Insane, bro.
But it was just so crazy to like see this man go on to that love show, and like you could tell the other guy, Loki had real intel on the real Nice though.
He did. He would have. The original one would have got.
Well,
cooked.
yeah, he would have not been able to
Yeah.
pass that. But he looked like Eisen the way he Loki pulled that off, bro.
Facts. He was asking all the serious questions, and he still locked in.
Dog, locked all the way in, man.
That was insane.
That was clean as hell, man. So it was just like awkward because it shouldn't have given him aura because the reason he knew what he knew was just nuts.
Yeah.
But like, at the
They all
same
looked at
time,
him crazy. Like, how does he know that? Like,
You know his DM was
flooded,
bro. When he said, "She's not my girl, she's my goddess," I was like,
yeah, his
"Oh,
phone was going crazy when I saw that. I was like, yeah, he did something with that one.
Yeah. Every girl that they man like
The one time the gooning worked out.
God, like this is crazy. Loki, homegirl was eating up too. She was like,
She was.
I didn't even know you liked me like that.
For real.
That was tough, man. That was clean. After that, he ends up meeting up with his boss again, which gives like a cool moment where you kind of see the power system like in action. Because I think if that was the regular Nice dude fighting his boss, he would have just wiped him.
Probably.
But I think because like mentally, his boss had just cooked him that morning, or maybe not that morning, but like a couple weeks ago, like last time you seen him,
True.
he couldn't like get himself to actually like pull out the power to beat him until Homegirl hit him with that.
Hey
Hey,
man, lock in.
Facts. Lock
Hey
in.
man,
Try to-
his boss though, he did have some venom powers.
oh,
It
his
scared
boss
him a
was
little bit.
moving. I ain't even gonna lie.
He was.
That was clean. They kind of
Unlocked it.
explained to him, like, he got powers immediately after he got fired. So I'm like, I guess
Right.
like extreme emotions, maybe.
Hey man, he turned to Iron Man
Oh.
right after.
He was crazy. He was
The
moving.
Venom Iron Man.
Yeah, the
maximum
symbiote.
pulse. Going
Maximum pulse
crazy.
was going off,
Going
man.
crazy, man.
He was moving on it right quick, man. But it was just cool to see because I feel like now that we've seen like kind of how the powers work, I'm kind of excited to see like what else is going on because at the end of the episode, we found like he's number 10. If he's number 10, who's number 1? You know that dude must be moving different. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. But there's just a lot of mysteries going on with this show. But I think the way they handled the delivery of it was just so touch, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was fast paced, but it was super enjoyable, and they kind of tied up a lot of things in just like a well, like, put together way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to say.
And they ended the episode with a major cliffhanger. We will not tell you. Just
Yeah,
watch
that
it.
part.
But
If you've been listening to our spoilers, you gotta
Yeah.
find out what's going on there. But just know, this one is looking like a dark horse. I feel like no one's talking about this one for real.
yeah, I wasn't ready.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
turned out to be a lot better than I thought.
On me, man. If you haven't checked out 2B Hero X, check it out, bro. That show is nice.
It's time.
Other than that, man, we'll catch y'all. Peace.